Hello, and welcome back here to Soul Reaver 2, part of the Legacy of Kain Remastered games, with Soul Reaver 1 and 2 being remastered. Now let's get back into it, shall we?
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
Yeah, in the end, ultimately, Mobius's campaign was a little bit more successful, but this one, as Raziel just said, is more chilling. Multiple vampires dead. Well, there's nothing else to it. Let's get to Ustenheim and then Janos' retreat. Hopefully it's still it's not destroyed, it's actually new.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order, their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
Monstrousness indeed. Now, let's kill them. Ooh. Get out of here, Sarafan Knights. Haha. Ah. I see. Where do you think you're going? Oh, nice. Oh. Hold on 1 minute. Ah, more of you, huh? Oops, daisies. I'll get you. That's definitely gonna kill him. Yep. I love the Sarafan blades as well. And their spears. I guess they're like pole axes or something like that. Oh yeah, and they have sorceresses with them that are a little bit annoying because they consistently run away.
There's another one!
Yes. Ah, right, okay, sorceress. It's one of you. two of you. No. I've already spent an eternity in the abyss. No more. Alright, brothers. Well, they're not my actual brothers, but they are part of the Sarafan priesthood. I'd rather not. In fact, give me a blade. Nice. Gotta get him in a kind of juggle. Right. Ustenheim. This is such a nostalgic kind of like warm fuzzy feeling I'm having right now. So I remember it very clearly. Like beating Janos's retreat. I remember it being the Winter Olympics of 2001. It was a hell of a time. Get me? Well, come on then. Yeah, that's another font. Yes. Ah, the snow sound effects as well. It's all great. It's all groovy. This is just great, I love it. Get over there. What? Yeah, you gotta take care of the sorceress first. And she can be a bit annoying. Oh, I've actually knocked him into the wall. Die. I managed to get him. That was pretty good.
Free your soul, demon.
Whoa. Hey, stop doing that. That's not nice. I know that I look like a demon and all that, but I'm a vampire. You probably hate me more, actually, now that I've admitted that I'm a vampire. A vampire of certain prophecy. Come on. There we go. Nice. Oh, we're getting through it. This is going pretty well.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle: how to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
It's okay, Raziel. We can just go under the ice. That looks like the shift symbol right there. And what would you know? It opens up. Right, there's a trophy / achievement to do this in about 15 minutes, but I reckon I can do that in 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not too bad. And I kind of have played this a bit, but watch me not get the trophy now that I've said it. Right. I think I've already made a boo-boo. I've already made a boo-boo, haven't I? Where is it? There should be a Reaver somewhere. Uh-oh. Let's not do that. This is what you get when you panic. So I've wasted time already. Might not get it, but it's okay. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I was like, where is the air font? And it was right there the entire time. It's a nice little achievement, actually, like, do it as fast as possible. I don't know why I'm, like, jumping. Jumping doesn't actually technically make me faster. Unless it does.
Come here, you devil.
You know what? No. Let's make this quick. You guys get to live. Ooh. My PlayStation 2 copy of the game is actually a little bit glitched, so there's like some glass panels in Janos' retreat that don't make a sound effect when I run over them in my version of the game, but they might do in this one. Unless that's a universal bug. I'll point it out to you when I get to it. Then we get the blood. Because we're holding the vase, pot. Because we're holding the pot, we can't like double jump and do our wing thing. Well, we can't double jump anyways, but what I meant is we can't actually glide because we have our hands full. Now I don't know if it started already or whether it starts with entering the next room, but it matters not. We're going to try and get through this as fast as possible. I've always liked this like reflection. It's most definitely like it's copied the player character and just reversed it for this scene, but it's a cool effect. Anyways, let's get in there.
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Ordran was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. And I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
Well, alrighty. Let's get to it then, Raziel. Those glass bridges right there, if it makes a sound effect when I'm walking over it, it should be fine. Like, they don't make a noise. I could have sworn. Haha, maybe I'm just misremembering it, but like I could have sworn they always made a noise when you walked over them. Maybe they just don't. Like a glass panel-y kind of noise, but apparently there's no sound effects. What if I just changed to the original graphics? Silence. I must be completely misremembering it. Yeah, well, that answers that then. I could have sworn back in 2001 when I first played this that those glass panels made a noise when you walked over them, but they don't. This is going to be slow going, isn't it? Ooh, one more, huh? I could have literally just skipped that, but like, for the sake of it, we're gonna watch it. Oh, before that, let's actually do this. It's a shortcut. I hear you. Is it in there? We need the thingy Reaver. It is in there. Oof, okay. Okay. I think it's gonna be one of those that I can't actually get from this angle. Oh, I can! Nice. Need to get a pot though. Fill blood, empty blood into basins. Mass amount of blood. This Janos's domain. Right, I'll activate that one, but I know that for a fact that there's going to be another air thing. Air thing. There's going to be another one, but we only need these two. We do need this one. Okay. Okay. We need to kill that guy in there, but there's a Eye of Sauron waiting for us. It shouldn't zap me because I have this plate. Okay. I see you. Charging up your laser beam. Stay thy eye. Do not zap me. What now? What now? There, huh? All right. Oh, come on, get up there, get up there. I reckon we can do this in 15 minutes. Oh yeah. We got this. Oh, come on. Oh. Oop. Hello, good sir. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, there's another one of those. Oh, it's a swinging one. So you have to time it. Just like that. I have to open the other door actually. And it's just 2 more blood vials, and then we got it. Ooh, shit. That's not good. Oh, go on, Raziel, go upwards, upwards. Yeah. I think we need to do the long jump for this one. Well, high jump. There we go. And I think the path is set. We just need to get the jug over there, go down and around, that kind of deal, that kind of jazz. Hopefully I've done it in time. If not, it doesn't matter. I can just redo it. Hopefully I can actually get one of the fire demons to spawn out like a groundling. But oh, I've made a mistake. I've heard that the groundlings that fire demons spawn are very glitchy. So they are very rare. I never knew they were a thing, and I don't think many people did. I watched an Australian YouTuber that what's his name? Oh, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna search on my computer. What was he called? I'm gonna butcher his name, but he's called Mapocolopsis? Mapocolops? Apocalops, I believe. He's an Australian guy, and I watched him play all the Legacy of Kain stuff recently for the first time last year, and it was generally very entertaining watching someone who's never played this series before just like discover it and be really into it, because you can discover old games and just they might not gel. I mean, like it's happened to me. Like I tried to get into it might be annoying a lot of people, but I tried to get into Hideki Kamiya's Okami game, and I just couldn't get into it. So, you know, some people might have discovered this series and it just doesn't gel with them, and that's fine. But it was generally fun seeing some other person's first time reaction to this. And anyways, what I'm getting at is they actually when they played it, they made me discover things that I never knew were in the game, and the groundlings were one of them. Anywho, I'm going to shut up now because this is going to be a long cutscene.
Janos Audrin?
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt.
Raziel?
My child, What have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel. Janos! No!
My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
Alrighty then, let's get to work, shall we? Blood Forge. Well, I think we all know what kind of forge this is. It's a certain element that we had in the first game. Oh, gotta be quick. 'Cause this chamber is filling up. Galvanize the forge. Well, Janos isn't lacking for blood, is he? Alright. Yeah, slip it up. Why don't you? Yes. Come on. Oh. Where'd we go? Yes. I like this forge. It's not too long. It's actually the shortest forge out of all of them, and it's very simply just get the fire from one end to the other, essentially, without actually, going into the drink, because it will extinguish the flame. Nice and simple one. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. Just don't fly into the blood fountains. That would be bad. It would extinguish. The torch, which it hasn't. And we've done it!
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
I like how it gave me the sound effect for increasing health, but the health didn't actually increase. That's pretty good. Okay then. Let's get to it. Let's save Janos. And, everything will be good and happy, and we can save the world and all that jazz. What could go wrong?
Hold him!
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
Remember the sword!
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Raziel. Perhaps
This was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Oh, okay. It's time for vengeance. With fire. I almost thought I missed that. Alright, let's get to those Sarafan dogs.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
Well then, let's get to work, shall we? Oh, hello.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
Enlighten me. He's been waiting to use that all game, that line. Here I am, come get me. You don't stand a chance. Let's just Fire Reaver up. No, I do believe the Fire Reaver is slightly more powerful than the other styles of Reaver. Especially when it's fully powered.
There's another one!
Yep.
Guard me, brothers!
So much for God in her. Rah. Now, if you get too far away from them, they will start shooting fireballs at you. But this guy doesn't seem to be doing anything. Alright. I'll come to you. So if you get too close to them, they charge you. If you get too far away, they start shooting fireballs like that. But if you just get to the right distance, he should, at some point, loosen or vomit up a certain enemy called the groundling. But I can easily get that at another point. This guy's already a bit tough. It's messed me up a bit. So I'm desperately trying to get that damn trophy. Go on, mess him up. Whoa. They are super rare to get, apparently. Have to keep at a right distance. So this is the optimal distance away from him, so that he won't actually shoot his fireball. Ah. How about you? Whoa, okay. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'll continue onwards.
Return to hell.
Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's over there. Man, that Sarathar Knight is getting messed up. Will one of you just spawn it, please? No? What if I go over here? Are you gonna hit me with your things? No. Oh, I'm over here. Oh well. That blade. Oh, no you don't. That's some good guarding there, brother. And I can call you that because I am like an ex-Sarafan.
Free your soul, demon.
How about you free yours?
Come closer, Raziel.
That guy looks like the unspoken Hashagik. It's like the fire guy, but it's the bigger, meaner version of him. Yeah. I'm not getting that groundling thing. Apparently it's the first one that you come across that you should do it with. And it can take like anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes to actually get it to do it.
Feel the wrath of the Sarah.
No you don't. No you don't. I'll run you through. Prepare for ancient vengeance with wraith blades on fire.
Shall not pass.
Oh, shall I not? Oh shit. Yeah. Well, you're right there. Come on, just vomit it up. That's all you have to do. You just have to vomit it up. Whoa! Don't really need to attack these guys, if I'm honest. Just run past them. Probably the better thing to do. Because they don't actually have souls. Sorry, gentlemen. Oh! Damn. Right. Oh boy, I do need some health, badly. Where to get health from, though? Let's get past these boys. Maybe I can get health here. But I'm gonna get health outside this chamber.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Die. You as well. It's interesting when, like, the pillars are pure, the Elder God seems, well, he is smaller. Physically smaller in this chamber. As Raziel was saying, like, he seems to thrive later on. And they all want Kain dead. The Scion of Balance. Oh, Shades. Shades casts no shadows. For it. Oh. You as well. Little health left. Legit forgot about these shades. Ah, the sure. They're here, as you can see. Okay, might as well kill you. Alright, how about this? Can't stop my kick move, can you? Let's just go get that Fire Reaver. Prepare myself for what has to be done under a minute. So in Blood Run 1, Kain had to destroy one of those dark fire demons that was presumably called the demon called Hashagik. Raziel's gonna have to do triple that in under, as I said, under a minute. Ooh, you know what? A bit of practice. Any more? Let's keep this blade charged for the fight. The more charged it is, the better for the fight.
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool.
Yeah, what a fool indeed. A fool, but a fool who got you.
Over there!
Over there.
Free your soul, demon.
No. Why I give you ancient vengeance? Come here, brother. Ooh. Sister, you should not be doing that. Oh, blocking everything I do, huh? This guy is the main character. No, he's not. Yeah.
Guard me, brothers!
Didn't guard you very well.
Over there!
Guard me, brothers!
Oh. I'd rather stay on Earth. Okay. Ooh, you're a tough one.
Over there!
Guard me, brothers!
Return to hell!
Oh, you son of a bitch. You did me dirty.
Over there!
Oh, it's this priestess. Oh, thank you for waiting so patiently. Now it's time for you to die.
Guard me, brothers! Take the beast!
Okay. 2 for free. Free for free.
Guard me, brothers!
Return to hell.
All right. How about that? I'm gonna get you. Come here. The only point that you use that blade. Right, need to get that.
Free yourself, demon. Return to hell.
You stop that. If I aim and shoot. If I aim and shoot a little bit down. Got it, so like sensitive. The aim then. People usually go in with the Light Reaver. I like to just like burn them all with the Fire Reaver here. It feels more right to me. It feels like justice. Justice for Janos. The vampire with the goofy name.
Seize him!
How are you gonna seize me?
Guard me,
I
brothers!
like to see you try to seize me. Oh. Die. Come on, you can do it.
Guard me, brothers! Guard me, brothers!
So much for your brothers. Hello boys, I'm gonna destroy all of you.
In this world, damned one. Free your soul, demon.
How about you free yours? God, it's good destroying you.
Seize him!
Return to hell.
Yes. Vengeance is sweet. Who's next?
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the time streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my wraith blade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled wraith blade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin. Now that I had taken it up, the Reaver and I were inescapably joined. The harder I tried to release the blade, the more tightly my hand gripped the hilt, as if possessed of its own will. The Reaver exerted some mysterious power over me. It sustained my energy, enabling me to prolong my physical manifestation indefinitely. In fact, bonded to the blade as I was, I could no longer shift into the spirit realm at will. Nor was I able to summon the Reaver's twin, for my wraith blade had been disabled in the confrontation with Mobius.
Right, okay. Soul Reaver and the actual physical blade as well. Let's get to it.
Come to take your revenge, demon?
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
Well, drain their blood. Come on. Right. This is very poetic, isn't it? Me against my brothers again. Insectoid and Slug Man. God damn, the staff guys hit hard. Melchiah's going for it, but Zephon, I'm going for him first of all. So he sucks. He becomes a brick wall, essentially, in his vampirism. Right, Zephon, come on. Melchiah, just wait your turn, Melchiah. You think you're the MVP here, but you're not. Let me get Zephon. Let me juggle him a little bit. Die. Come on, Melchiah. Your turn. Oh. It's kind of a boss battle, but kind of not. It's more just a set piece, this, of like... By destiny, I'm not allowed to die. At this point, at least, until I destroy my brothers. Alright, Melchiah, your turn.
As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
It's like I was destined for this. Alright, let's continue on the bloodshed.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Right, fish boy, me and you. Duma, stay back. I'm dealing with Rahab first. Oh, Duma's into the fight. He's gonna smack me up. Yes, Rahab, come on. There we go. You weren't that good. You're pretty weak. Duma, you're awesome, but you have to die. I'm sorry. If it was up to me, I'd let you live. You have a, like, mural with a demon attached to it, so be proud about that fact. Duma, you were the most badass Sarafan knight of all. Farewell, brother.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
The Vampire Tyrell eluded it because of time constraints and having to cut the area out of the game. But this Tyrell will surely go down as easy as the Vampire one would have. Which he is, actually. He's playing nice. I'm juggling him. And I'm messing him up, and he should be dying pretty soon. Die. Okay, that's 5 down, 1 to go. We all know who's the last one. It's a bit poetic. Well, anyways. Destiny awaits.
So, Vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, Vampire. This is where it ends, but you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Okay, Raziel, let's do it. I'm gonna get you. You know I'm gonna get you, because I'm better than you. I know everything about you. Well, not really. I have kind of amnesia. I've been reborn a few times. This is technically my 3rd time I've been reborn. Epic battle. Oh, you know he's badass when he walks slowly towards you. Yeah. Come on. You're tough, admittedly, but I'm gonna get you. I never learned how to dodge, alright? Come on. Right, this ends now.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the wraith blade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, And I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You.
Are you enjoying this, Kain? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me.
I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel. Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the wraith blade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
Ooh, and there you have it. That is Soul Reaver 2, the remastered edition of Soul Reaver 2. Still one of my favourite games of all time. There were a few things about the remaster there that were kind of a little bit janky. You could... I want to side by side compare the cutscenes of like the PlayStation 2 version to this, because there was like bits where like it's very evident that like Raziel was not... The human Raziel was not talking. His mouth wasn't moving, that I meant. Like, there was no lip sync. It's like, you could go back in there and do a bit of lip sync, couldn't you? With the cutscenes. But then again, I don't know. I didn't work on it on the remaster. They did a great job with it overall, but there was like a few things, like that box that showed up in the air forge. That was a bit weird. But yes, it's still one of my favourite franchises of all time. Hopefully this one does really well, and they might do what they did with the Tomb Raider reboots. They might, with Tomb Raider, they released like the first 3 games Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 as part of the remasters, and then they recently announced that they're doing 4, 5, and 6 that are releasing in January of 2025. Who knows? Maybe in about a year's time we'll hear Legacy of Kain Defiance remaster and get that going, because that would be pretty awesome if that happens. And who knows? Maybe they might be. It is a niche series. Maybe it won't come back fully, but it'd be nice to get like a Defiance remaster at least for now. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it so far. I really enjoyed this remaster as a whole. I hope you did as well if you got around to playing it. And that's it for the Legacy of Kain for a little bit. I will be playing Defiance no matter what anyways, because I've got it don't tell anyone, I've got it emulated, and I'll be doing like a HD version-ish thing with that pretty soon in the future, and then I'll probably play it again if they do announce like a remaster. But yeah, that was the Legacy of Kain series for now. As always, if you have enjoyed this playthrough or any of my playthroughs, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I'll be back next time with something else. Alright, until whatever's next. Bye.